What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta. You're here with T-Boy, and we are back with more premium collection reviews. So we have been doing lots of videos like this to talk about the new cards, talk about a little bit of our thoughts. But if you want to hear more, yet again, let us know in the comment section below, and we will go in depth about these cards. We have already covered a lot. We have already covered spikes, we have covered gold, we have covered Crime Blue, we have covered Nova Grapplers, and we do have still Tachikaze, and we have Mega Colony, we still have Royals, we have so much left. We have gears that were covered by of course Vanguard Insider Eric, and there is more. And where could you find all of these reviews? Well, you do find them on Facebook. So if you do not follow us on Facebook, you could, and right here you could find all of these reviews as we put them on Facebook, tell you a little bit of our thoughts. And now we will talk about a new one. So today's reviews, we have, which one do you want to do? You could already see it in the title, but should we do Shadows? Yeah, why not? Let's do Shadows. So Shadows right here. Again, how do we do these videos? So we start with the art, talk about the skill, not in depth, fast, and then we go back and tell you a little bit about what we think about these cards. So first things first, this card. When we got this card, we thought it is a Revenger, should be a Revenger as of the art, so it should support that mechanic, and it does look beautiful. It is of course like the white hair, the black armor, and you can see a little bit of the blue and purple on it, which looks insanely good. So that's also pretty beautiful. And then we have the G-Guard. The G-Guard is the dragon, which is interesting, but again beautiful, especially for Shadows. Right, so now we talk a little bit about the skill, because this is was one of the cards that was put on the cover. So this also was one of the first cards that we have got. So this actually gave us right away the interesting idea of what the premium collection stuff will be like. So right here we of course will see what this card does. So what we have right here is, of course, again, I will not read the names because I will butcher them like hell. So the first part of the ability is Striding, which is the same as always. And then we have the second part of the ability, which is an act ability. And that's quite interesting, because first people thought it was an auto ability, but it's not, it's an act ability. So what this card does, it's a once per turn ability, retire 2 rear guards. Your opponent choose up to 3 of their rear guards and retire them. If 3 cards were retired until end of turn, this unit gets auto ability on Vanguard once per turn. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked, cost counter +1, retire 2 rear guards, and stand this unit, and a power plus 10k. So this is quite amazing, because the first part of the ability does not require you to pay the counterblast, so you could still retire cards from your opponent. If your opponent doesn't have the right cards on the field to retire, or if your opponent doesn't want to retire, because does it give you the chance? Choose up to 3. Your opponent choose up to 3, yeah. So if they don't want to retire, you obtain the 10k and the extra ability which said you could attack your Vanguard again, because you basically restand your Vanguard. The strange thing and interesting thing about this is it doesn't minus you as in your drive check, but you do retire yet again 2 rear guards. So you've retired 4, but your opponent would have to retire 3. But let's say that your opponent doesn't have rear guards on the field, you retire 2, and then later on you retire 2. But the skill is at the end of the battle. So yeah, it's quite good. What does this mean for Shadows? Well, Shadows already have a Mufasa, Shadows already have lots of different great strides. This one is good because it's very different than what they already have, and this could be a very strong first stride, could be later on to play strides. It's not quite that OP or that good on power level that you would use it later on in the game, but it could be a very effective first stride if you really don't want to go into Mufasa, or just your hand is not Mufasa-like. So that's when you would rather go into this guy. Alright, then other thing that we also see, it is not a Revenger and it does nothing with the Revenger deck. Of course you could use it with the Revenger deck, but I mean it was not made only for that deck. But that's kind of strange, because when we look at the art, that's what we thought. And that's when we got the idea that this set was not only supposed to give the sub-clans the right cards, the right support. It was actually meant to give all the decks the support that they could use, and it also makes it easier for new players to obtain these cards and just play them right away. So that's quite good. I do like that a lot about these cards. Then we have the G-Guard. So the first part of the ability, of course, the same as always, which is just being able to discard a hero to G-Guard. And then it has the auto ability: when this unit is put on the Guardian Circle, choose up to 5 Grade 1 cards from your drop zone and put them into the bottom of your deck in any order. This unit gets shield plus 5k until the end of battle for each card you put. If you have put 5 or more cards, count plus 1, choose one of your units and cannot be hit until the end of that battle. This is a very interesting G-Guard, as it could be a double-edged sword. It could be sometimes good and it could be sometimes bad. Why? First of all, it's an amazing G-Guard because the counterblast is only on the second part of the ability. So if you lost most of your good grade 1s to your drop zone and you want to go next turn and you want to have some grade 1s left in your deck that you want to recall, then this is the right card to do it, because this recycles your grade 1s, which is something that sometimes in Shadows you will be out of grade 1s that you want to call, and this does help with that a lot. The second part of the ability is something that you could use later in the game if you really have something like your opponent Vanguard attacking for 100 million or whatever, and you of course have the grade 1s in your drop zone. You could counterblast 1, return the 5, and this could nullify your opponent's attack, which is insanely good. So again, a very good G-Guard, a very interesting stride that give Shadows opportunity to do something different than only a Mufasa on the first stride, because it doesn't really need that much of a setup. Also, it gives a little bit of field control, but at the same time it's up to your opponent to retire or not, but will put them in some strange situation where they have to make a choice, which also makes it clear for you on what they have on hand or not. Alright, that's actually it for this video. Again, if you want to hear more, let us know, because we have Dave, as he specializes in playing Shadows, so we could always hear his thoughts. We could also talk about what deck this guy would be used in. The G-Guard will be used everywhere. The Stride could be a one-off in the Luward deck, but maybe there are other decks that could use him as well, maybe use him even better. We could all talk about that. But the most interesting thing about these videos is they are short videos, because we want to hear your thoughts. So put your thoughts in the comment section below and let us know what you think. Alright, that would be it for this video. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for tuning in our channel. Check the other videos as well, as we have done lots of reviews, and we will see you in the next video. So till next time.